break is brought to you by AMAC, Association of Mature American Citizens.
Welcome back to American Sunrise. Coming up, how are the people of Washington, D.C. feeling about President Trump's orders and how much progress has been made? We have those details straight ahead. But first, Terrence Bates is standing by with the latest headlines from the Real America's Voice newsroom, sponsored by AMAC.
The Association of Mature American Citizens is the conservative voice for Americans 50 and older. AMAC is fighting for the values that you hold dear. Join today. Together, we can write the course of America.
As President Trump's operation to secure the nation's capital continues, he sent Vice President J.D. Vance into the field to meet with National Guardsmen and give them a bit of a pep talk.
Look at what's happened in Washington, D.C. in just the past 9 days. We've seen a 35% reduction in violent crime. We've seen over a 50% reduction in robberies. We are seeing really substantial effects because these guys are busting their ass. So I wanted to come here, highlight what they're doing, say thank you in person, obviously pass out a few burgers. But most of all, just send a message to the American people. Look, we don't have to live like this. We do not have to allow our cities to be taken over by violence, by disorder, and by chaos.
Attorney General Pam Bondi says since the Trump administration's takeover of Washington's Metropolitan Police Department, there have been at least 465 arrests for everything from homicide to drugs to gun offenses. Amid President Trump's focus on crime and illegal immigration in this country, we're getting almost daily reminders of the dangers that have been lurking in our neighborhoods. Immigration and Customs Control's X page tells the story fully. Our friends at Just the News are also reporting about the arrest of a Guatemalan man who was in this country illegally, boasting some 38 previous arrests and 15 convictions. The Department of Homeland Security calls the guy one of the worst criminal illegal aliens. His convictions include aggravated assault, sexual assault, burglary, larceny, possession of stolen property, and obstruction of justice. ICE has arrested well over 100,000 illegal aliens so far. Those efforts are being bolstered by funding in President Trump's One Big Beautiful Bill, which expand ICE's budget and help ramp up deportations. Texas is expected to have a new congressional voting map by the end of the week or early next week. On Wednesday, the Republican-led Texas State House passed the controversial redistricting bill along a party line vote. A state Senate panel passed a similar map earlier this week, which is expected to hit Governor Greg Abbott's desk in the coming days. Now, all of this is happening following a 2-week delay when House Democrats went AWOL in order to try and avert a vote on that measure, which is expected to give Republicans a marked voting advantage in congressional districts. Democrats have criticized the new voting map, calling it racist and meant to disenfranchise minority communities in the Lone Star State. Meantime, they're counting on California's redistricting effort to make up for the potential Democrat seats that would be lost in Texas under this new map. It all comes down to the balance of power in Congress. That's a quick check of your headlines. I'll have more headlines coming your way a little bit later, including protests breaking out in Washington, D.C. over President Trump's federalization of the city's policing. Meantime, Vice President J.D. Vance joined National Guardsmen on the front lines. We'll have that story coming up. Right now, though, a quick look at this day in history. It was on this date in 1931 that Yankee slugger Babe Ruth became the first Major League Baseball player to hit 600 career home runs. The New York Yankees went on to beat the St. Louis Browns that day, thanks to Babe. The Babe, by the way, considered by most sports historians to be the greatest baseball player of all time. He continues to be the standard bearer against which all other players are measured. More American Sunrise coming your way after this break.
Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I never get back. Let me root for the home team.